signature is right here, Phoenix. Infiltration of Venice commenced at 1300 hours.
Hey, this is Mark Brown from Pocket Gamer, and what you're looking at right now is some hands-on gameplay footage of the upcoming Gameloft first-person shooter, Modern Combat 5 Blacklist. No, Blackout. Not Black Ops, that's the Call of Duty one. Blackout, yes, definitely, that's the one. So this is the new first-person shooter coming out sometime this year, I imagine, on iOS and Android. Let's start with some caveats before we really get into the footage. This is a preview build, it's not the final gameplay, it's all subject to change. It's also running on an iPad 4, not the iPad Air or anything like that, and the video recording is a little bit compressed, but it will give you a good idea of what the game looks like and what you're going to be up to in this game. So, it's a first-person shooter. We are playing as a bloke named Phoenix, because apparently people are actually called that these days, and his job is to murder hundreds of goons with various guns and explosives, which is a pretty fun job. We're in Venice right now, but we'll also travel to Tokyo as part of our little whirlwind tour of the planet. The controls feel very good, actually. They're a lot like the ones in Modern Combat 4, which was, that's no bad thing. That game had really good controls for playing a first-person shooter on the touchscreen. Obviously, you can customize the layout of all the buttons and tweak things like sensitivity and whatnot. Gameloft wouldn't tell me. This bit's nice. Look at that. Whoosh. Wouldn't tell me if it supports MFI pads, like the SteelSeries Stratus and the Moga and whatnot. They're saving that for E3, but it sounds like it's probably going to happen, so I wouldn't worry about that. Obviously, on Android, it will support various controllers of, Xbox 360 controller and whatnot. Anyway, so in this game, we've got 4 classes to pick from when you're playing. You've got Assault, Recon, Sniper, and Heavy. Some classes will work better in different missions. I often found I had completely the wrong weapon for the job. I'd be in a close quarters battle, I'd have a sniper rifle, and then I'd have an SMG, and I'd be having to do long range fire. So I just sort of stuck to the assault class in general. But the neat thing is that your classes, the stuff you unlock, your EXP, and your customized weapons, because you can put barrels and red dot sights and whatnot, and scopes on your different guns, all of this carries over to the multiplayer. Your single player and your multiplayer guy are the same guy, so when you go online you can use all the stuff you unlocked in the single player. I'm dying here. I'm not actually playing this as I talk, by the way. I recorded this in Gameloft's offices in London town t'other day, and I'm just sort of talking about it while you watch. Sorry if you wanted to hear the words. I'm getting in a boat. So back to the storyline. It's very sort of hammy, very over the top, very self-serious, even though it's absurd. Gameloft has... Whoa, there's a bridge go down. Gameloft has split the campaign kind of into these 2 main segments. You've got the main story missions. These ones are like this one is quite long. It's got cutscenes. The story is being propelled forward. We get a crazy sort of Michael Bay-esque set piece explosions like this. I think a tower is about to fall down. Sorry, let me just spoil it for you. But a tower is about to fall down. Okay, there it is. Boom. There you go. Can't have a modern day first-person shooter without a tower falling down. It's the new thing. Have you noticed that? First it was dogs, then it was skyscrapers falling down. Anyway, keeping up with the trends there, Gameloft. So you get these story missions, which are longer, etc. Then you get these Spec Ops missions, which are a lot shorter. They're simple. They don't have a lot of story in them. They're just sort of you and a bunch of baddies shooting each other in the face. But they're sort of designed to be something you can play on the bus if you don't have your headphones in. You're not going to listen to the story. You don't want to bother with boring cutscenes and stuff. You just get in there. One was kind of like the terrorist hunt missions in Rainbow Six Vegas. Do you remember those? What's going on in the game? So we finished the mission. Let's just have a look at this. You get stars because it's Angry Birds apparently. You also get these little medals which help you unlock stuff, and yeah, different things, and then unlocking bits of guns. Here's the map screen. As you can see, there is oh, I'm gonna have to go through some boring stuff. So here's the menu. We've got our loadout. He's a dude. He's in the Recon class. So he's kind of got like, he's kind of, what does it say, he's sort of SMG, he's kind of fast. We've got a sniper guy with a big sniper rifle, we've got an assault guy, he's kind of just like an all-round dude. I found him pretty useful. And you've got these perks that you can upgrade and unlock, and then obviously, like I said, you can take those online. Here's my gun. I don't think this worked when I was trying to do it, so I sort of stopped. Maybe I didn't. Nope, I'm lying. Right, that's all for now, Phoenix. And we'll go back to the thing. I've forgotten what I was talking about. Let's have a look. So this is the Tokyo section, there's the Venice section. Two interesting places to shoot people. Some people talking, boring stuff. People being attacked, bring him back alive. He's on it, he's over. So yeah, these are like the main story missions. There's a chick. Anyway, what was I talking about? Let's have a look. Yes, so there was the Spec Ops missions. They're shorter, punchy, play them on the bus. There was one where you just sort of dropped in a room with a whole bunch of guys and you've got to kill them all. It reminded me of the terrorist hunt missions in Rainbow Six Vegas, if you played that awesome game, where you just sort of had to kill a whole bunch of guys. That's a really handy place to use this new, I can't think exactly what it's called, but it's like a drone. You throw it in the air, it's this little robot that sort of hovers around, flies around the level, and highlights enemies with like a red band around them, which is a nice visual touch. I think you'll see it a little bit later in this video, but is a cool, useful item. You've also got grenades and stuff. My favourite of the Spec Ops missions, unfortunately, I didn't get to get this one on the capture, but it was really cool. Basically, you just have a series of doors. You kick the door down, throw a grenade in, then it goes slow motion, and you've got like 3 baddies in there, and you have to pop each one in before the time runs out. And then some of the bad guys have got like a hostage, they've got a gun to their heads. You've got to be really careful just to shoot the baddie and not the hostage. There's like a guy running away and you've got to shoot him before he gets out the door. It's like a mini game, and it's just like a bit of fun where Modern Combat often takes itself very seriously, and this is just something a bit more light-hearted and just something you can just kind of felt like Virtua Cop, you know, that sort of game, rather than these very sort of po-faced Call of Duty style games that Modern Combat is obviously trying to replicate. A guy is about to get, I don't want to spoil it. There you go. Hold on. It's like Surgeon Simulator. This guy's about to get in the neck. There you go. That's going to hurt in the morning. That's going to hurt. Yeah, so I like that Spec Ops missions. This isn't the Spec Ops mission, this is a story mission. We've got this girl, she's kind of like a... It's not really an escort mission because she can't die. Trust me, I shot her in the head. Here I am, just showing you changing the controls. I personally like to put the shoot button over on the left side of the screen, which might be a bit weird, but I like to be able to stop, plant my feet, and then sort of aim and with my right thumb and then shoot with my left thumb. I find that a lot easier rather than the sort of run and gun thing, because then you can't aim properly. You can kind of wiggle the fire button around to move and aim while you shoot, but personally I just prefer to play it like this. Maybe I'm weird. Where else? I'm just looking at my notes now. Yeah, let's get the other page. So the only other thing I really wanted to talk about, I didn't get a chance to play the multiplayer. We're going to see the game again at E3 in June, so we'll have more about that. But there's like a squad system, kind of reminds me of Clash of Clans, where you have, whoa, that guy is going crazy. Do the Harlem Shake. Clash of Clans, where you have a dude. No, you have like your pals you're playing with, and I've completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, you have like a bunch of guys in a clan. In this game, it's called a squad, and then you can sort of party up and play with them. But you've kind of got this chat window on the menu at all times, so you can just talk to your pals. So yeah, multiplayer should be fun. Interesting thing is that the game has no in-app purchases. You can't buy currency, you can't buy better weapons, nothing like that. Which is kind of cool, because we give Gameloft a lot of shit for making very bland and generic games, for making console clones, and for a firm that makes about 80% of its money from selling you virtual hats and potions and whatnot, and revenue from IAP. for them to say, you know what, this one's just for gamers. We're not trying to nickel and dime you. It's one price. You pay for it. It kind of warms my dark, cynical heart. So I appreciate that. What has she just given me? She's given me like a Bluetooth headset. Very handy. But anyway, okay, I finished this mission. So we're going to do a Spec Ops mission now. I'll leave you to watch that. I just wanted to leave you by saying this is Modern Combat 5. More shooty bang bang action as you've come to expect, with a very silly storyline. It takes itself a bit too seriously, not too much in the way of innovation, but I think there's a lot there for you to play. I really quite like these Spec Ops missions because they're just a bit more fun, and they're a bit, you know, not trying to pretend it to be a Michael Bay movie. This is where the thing went a bit wrong, and that shouldn't look like that. But if you dig these sort of Call of Duty style games on your mobile, if you fancy playing Call of Duty on your iPhone or your Android, then I think was it Blacklist? No, that's the Splinter Cell one. Blackout, not Black Ops. Blackout. I think you'll definitely enjoy it. We've got no idea when its game's out. Again, we'll learn more at E3. But this is definitely one to check out. Here's me. Spoiler alert! Dying on. There's the cool little drone dude dying on a Spec Ops mission. Thanks so much for watching. I'll leave you to watch this last bit without me annoying you and talking really fast. We've got more about the game. Kind of. I've just sort of written the same thing over on pocketgamer.co.uk. Thank you. Goodbye.
Ugh.